to his supporters, to the people that's
To who supporters?
Let me finish. Let me get it out because I'm not as articulate as a lot of other. Yeah. To your supporters that were looking forward to it, and to your partners or whoever your friends that might have been looking forward to it as well. You might have been the sour thumb out of the bunch that might have held things up. And when people look forward to it and they're talking about it, and you say that, it's like a spitting. It could be looked at as a spit in somebody's face. My opinion. I would feel offended if you say, if me and you said, I'm gonna do a TV show with you, Flip. We don't never do the TV show. Then you say, man, that TV show could suck my dick. What about all the conversations? What about all the work we put in? What about all the stuff that we talked about? What about the encouragement at the time when we were building the TV show that you agreed upon, and now you saying they could suck your dick? It's crazy.
I love the conclusions that y'all jump to when y'all.
You hate me?
I love
these niggas.
I love it.
I hate.
I love it.
I love.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Just say, Flip, you wrong. Tell me I take the wrong. Okay.
But you know what? This speaks to the reputation of just rappers in general. Like the listening public and the fans, the way that they view rappers, I'm convinced that they think all of us are just corn dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't even believe that there's a narrative about Royce the 5'9" that says anything even eerily similar to me not supporting one of my brothers. That's ridiculous. Towing the line between trying to figure out like what I want to go dispel, what I want to go clarify, and what I want to just let be what it is. It's tough, man. It's tough because I'm very particular about my name. You know what I mean?
See, and that's Royce, right? That's Royce. Like Royce is saying he's been such an upstanding citizen, he can't even believe none of this. I can believe it. I haven't been the most upstanding citizen. I know that niggas hate me. That's cool. But when it comes to support of niggas, no, I'm not doing that. I've supported every release. I've supported every project, but I'm not going to lie to you if I love you. I ain't going to tell you I'm going to support something I don't support it. I reserve the right to not support something that to me is disparaging. It may not be disparaging to fans who are just happy to receive music, lyrical, miracle, criminal. I get it. But no, I'm not supporting shit.
Wait. What do you mean? What you saying? Who you saying suck my dick to?
Are you aware of like the
same thing I said the other day?
Flip?
I am now. I just got aware.
Shit.
You know me now. I be freestyling. I see it, but I just got aware. Hold on. But I can correct it.
But that's the problem with. No. Let me say this real quick, Flip, because that's the problem. That's also the problem with our community. We getting our information from memes and captions and blog culture. Like it's manufactured information. So I seen all the clips come out. Yo, Joe Budden tells Joel Ortiz to suck my dick. Like, but I know why that's happening. People are monetizing off of that stuff. So you got to put some shit there, spice it up. Hey, maybe the connection was bad. It sounded like I said that.
Somebody in the comments said that Joe wouldn't support an album,
but
that was dissing him. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. That's what I was reading. That's what they're writing. Some people writing that in these comments. And
so you don't know nothing about an album dissing.
Yeah. Royce, you can't say that because they saying that when I watched the live back, Joel is saying, yo, what did you take as a diss?
See, that's
what he's saying.
That's the goalpost movement. You know what I mean? Like, number one, as a creator, we go in the studio and we attempt to hit targets. If your intention is not to offend me, then the only way you'll find out if you actually hit your target is to ask me how I feel about you mentioning me. If I feel offended by something that you're saying, then that means it's something you did wrong if you didn't intend to offend me. But you can't tell me how to receive something. You know what I'm saying? Or you can't invalidate my feelings. I feel how I feel. You know what I mean? So, there's a lot of fans in the comments like, yo, he didn't.
Royce, you said my name in the record, Royce. Should I get offended? Like, what if I got offended by that? You said my name in the record.
I mean, but see, what you just said that's part of the problem. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be right now instead of just.
No, I'm wrong. I am wrong. No, I take accountability. I'm just asking,
No, because you implying whenever we mention each other's names, we don't have to get offended. And I agree with that. That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
Got it.
I'm talking about somebody that I'm in a group with mentioning my name with the intention of disparaging me.
Understood.
Out of nowhere, me being blindsided by
Yeah,
something that
but
you're
wait,
doing.
Royce. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I am. Royce. Oh, I understand what you're saying. Well, that's the problem.
But hold on, wait, stop. Hold on. Let me ask you a question real quick, Joe. Back in the days, I was around for this one, right? That's what happens in familiar territory. Remember with the whole when Jay got on the pump it up beat, Skane, you was on. Everybody was in the office prior to that. Everybody was together and had conversations. Then hold on, don't shake your head, Royce. I'm not really a hip hop head, nigga. I am a culture. Hold on, let me just ask my man something because I was there. They did that. You threw shot. Jay threw a shot back at you. Can you explain that whole thing that happened? Remember that? You know what I'm talking about?
Yo, Flip, you have such a bright future
Yes or
in
no?
this, yo. You're great. Now you
okay,
now
but just the other time,
a
a couple of weeks before that, Skane, you, Jay, everybody was around each other. So how does it go from that to that? Isn't it friendly?
Yeah, you actually describing exactly what goes on in hip hop, right? Like by the time verbal sparring is going on and the fans are like uber excited about that, that typically means something happened behind the scenes.
Got it. Okay.
Hey, you right, Flip. Hey, niggas went and met with Hov, who I fucking idolized and still do. Hey man, such and such and such. He said such and such and such.
I was there. I remember.
Voice,
it confused me, Royce, because I saw Skane was working with them, so we was all part of a but I was a little cousin. But I remember that, and I remember everybody being together. Then it just went to give me that beat, fool. I was confused.
Mm-hmm.
See, but this is why shit is important, right? Like we don't know what we don't know. We don't know what we don't know. And at that time, Flip, at 23 years old or however old I was, like Skane was my A&R. I did not know that Skane was coming off A&R and Ludacris, Southern Hospitality, and whatever other 5-time platinum album. Like I didn't know that Skane had this cachet in the building to where certain pressure and expectations were on me just due to how Skane, Nitty, and Webb might be viewed. I was just 22 rapping. I didn't have the other information, nor could I go get it at that time. It was just rap. Let's rap. No, enough of that. And later on in Hov's career, right, he just started sharing more and more information, right? Like he evolved. It wasn't about rap for him. It was about, yo, let me just put people on to this information that might help people. And that's really just it. There's nothing else to discuss. I don't want to talk about beef. You're talking to a nigga that has beefed with everybody. I want to make amends with people. I want to be cool. I want to be straight. I don't want to do no fighting. I just keep getting like people that feel wronged or hurt by me just to pop up and just start popping up and going crazy. But that's not where
So when
I don't want to do none of that.
When are we not?
When is grown, yo.
Let me ask Royce this.
Old now.
Royce, when does it become not like as a friend not supposed to throw shots at a friend on a record? Because there's been records in hip hop where a person was on a record with a person and he dissed that person. There's been records like that. When does the competition of friendly sparring change to actual disrespect?
That's loaded. It's way deeper than that with this situation. You know what I mean? Yeah, this situation, because it's a lot of different narratives out there. The main one is that we have an issue with them releasing music together without us. That's not true. All of us have released music, tons of music. We all supported each other. I don't have a problem with them using the word Slaughterhouse. I don't have a problem with them using the pig. I have a problem with them burning the pig logo and then announcing to the world that Slaughterhouse is finished without coming to me and letting me know that. Like if you plan on leaving the group, then hit me and Joe and just say, all right, I'm off this, my niggas. It's been real. You know what I mean? Like, we find out when the people find out. And my reaction to it is, damn, I'm disappointed. I'm hurt. You know what I mean? But that's it. It's not like I'm like sending a cease and desist letter or I'm trying to stop it or in any way. I just said how I felt about it. And I feel like I've been fucking arguing with people about my feelings ever since. You know what I'm saying? Like, I spent 10 years of sweat equity, blood, sweat, and tears building 25% of that brand. And we got guidelines that says we all got it. There has to be a unanimous vote in order for us to make decisions. At least 3 of us got to say aye. You know what I mean? So for some 2 people to take it upon themselves to just publicly end the brand, I can't come behind that and sell somebody a t-shirt or put out an album after that. You know what I mean? Like, you left me no choice but to move on from the brand too. I just wish you could have included me. And then it happened with me not knowing about any of these personal feelings. We all on the same Zoom calls. It just came out of nowhere. It blindsided me. So it hurt me as a friend. It hurt me as a friend, but it's nothing that I could do about it, bro. We all take the same L. It's the same brand that's crumbling. We all take the same L, and it just is what it is. So it just adds insult to injury when the entire album is to disparage us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I personally feel like I don't deserve that. I know it's easy to hate Joe, you know what I mean? But it's like there's no really a way that you can come at Joe in this capacity and then say you're not coming at me too. You know what I mean? Like, I become collateral damage. You know what I mean? So it's
Did you guys try to find out why they were feeling the way they were feeling? Because as friends, we supposed to find. I mean, Joe, I watched Joe.
They telling you in the music.
I fuck the music.
Yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it now. Now I can hear it. The problem is we didn't have that. We didn't have that.
Joe, you are a stubborn person.
But I can hear it.
You and Clue have similarities. Stubborn. But when you're dealing with people, sometimes your stubbornness can affect others, or you don't care. It's just on them.
But that don't have nothing to do with nothing, man. Like, it's like, it just conflates the conversation.
But it does. But it's easy to point my friend as a bad. This is what I'm saying, boys. Let me land my fucking plane. It's easy to because of his history, and I'm not disrespecting you, boys. Because of his history and him being stubborn, it's easy to blame him. So these questions have to be asked because he's the person that's going to get blamed because of his character. When he don't care, he has to have a very non-strong attitude, and he don't give a fuck sometimes. From what I know, he could have changed. I'm just saying. So it's easy to blame him. It's easy to point at him and say, and look, his answer, that's his answer. So when I ask a question, he gonna look to the side. When I ask my man the question, like, Joe, did you take into their feelings into consideration? He can say, Flip, yes, I did, or no, I didn't. It's a simple yes or no question.
Yeah, the group wouldn't have lasted 10 years if everybody was just dismissing everybody's feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously. But, you know, everybody got they quirks about them and shit like that. But, I mean, we don't go through life trying to change people, change each other. You know what I mean? Like, all of the characteristics of Joe that makes him the wild card of the group is one of the reasons why standing next to him earned you so much money over the years. You know what I mean? And I don't think enough attention gets put on that. I don't think enough fingers get pointed at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you stood next to somebody, not just Joe, myself too. You stood next to somebody that made you millions of dollars. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way I can be your enemy. We built something together that the industry didn't want us to have. They told us we wouldn't be able to tour without an album. And we damn near was headlining Rock the Bells with 3 freestyles. All of us had been through $1 million deal, like 3 times. We ended up back on the major. I ended up rekindling an old relationship with my man Marshall. We hadn't spoken 10 years. We broke down barriers, you know what I mean? And we did it with other brands too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, man, like, we didn't build it trying to change each other into what we would prefer to be around. We made our adjustments to be around each other. So when people start saying shit about the way they being treated, how you being treated has nothing to do with nothing. What are we doing? Are we doing a deal? Okay, lawyers send lawyers deal memos. That's how we do deals. We don't do deals by saying, yo, Joe didn't call me. You and Joe don't need to speak in order for us to do a deal, bro. That's never been a thing. This whole 3-man slaughterhouse thing, that's never been a thing. Never has that been a thing. 3 men slaughterhouse. It's 4 of us. It's either we doing it or we not. and everybody in the group has a right to disagree with something or turn down something. You know what I'm saying? So your how you deal with somebody turning down something is not to say, well, let's do it without the person that's turning it down. We've never moved like that.
So do you think what I've?
Yeah, I didn't know a turn down.
It don't even make sense,
right? Like had you told me that this domino falling would affect these dominoes, I just wouldn't have.
Well, first they were saying you retired, and then now they're saying you turned the deal down. So it's just like nobody points out all of these inconsistencies. It's just
fuck
like
that deal. Hey, but I don't hear enough people saying, hey, if I turned the deal down, so what? So I don't view myself as someone that has to be held hostage to just this, oh, there's one deal on the table. This is the one deal that we could. Nigga, who is the deal with? What does it include? What is it for? How long is it? Like Royce just said, yo, where we at today, I'm not listening to my mans tell me about a deal and I got lawyers that I pay.
Because if that's the case, if that's the case, then I can just go to Dr. Dre. I can just go to Dr. Dre and say, how much would you give us for Slaughterhouse? Probably more than what was being put on the table if we just speculating. You know what I mean? If we're at the speculative point, let's speculate. But if we're gonna make our negotiating, then it has to be put on paper, my brother. And nobody in the group has to talk to anybody. That doesn't require a Zoom call. That's lawyers and management. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, like I said earlier, you know, Joe doing what he did, you know, had me a deal on the table, a multi-million-dollar deal on the table. You know what I mean? And you know, I received some good by one of his decisions. I can say.
Hey, but flip, that's just the thing right here, right? So today, like it's the same thing. It's just not being painted that way because my belief is this deal is contingent upon a concept. Because I'm not never mad at anybody going to diss Joe Budden. I live for diss records. So let's fucking do it. It fuels me, right? That's great. But a diss album, or not diss, but an album of things that are a surprise to me. I don't have friendships where you have 15 songs of things that would be a surprise to me.
If it's an honorable thing where truths are being expressed and somebody is just speaking their truth, then there shouldn't have been a need for it to be a secret.
So many secrets. Why do I find out when the fans find out? Like Joel on the live say, yo, you text me the eye emojis. Well, yeah, nigga, where I'm from, that means I'm looking for you. Oh, hey, eyes. Say something back. It's a conversation starter. But listen, we know where it's at. It's a lot of miscommunication, and I'm not mad at how anybody got to go about whatever they got to do. But I don't have to support it. I don't have to stand in solidarity with it. Like, right? Like, I got boundaries at 41 years old. Like, I'm not just fucking being vulnerable to hurt and pain and trauma, especially from people. Listen, I got a line. What was the line? I don't remember the line because that's how long I've been retired. But something to the effect of, my loved ones are the only people that can hurt me. Like, enemies, I'm not even worried about. It's my friends. It's people that I actually care about that cause the hurt. And that's just been what the last few years of my life has been for me. So it's like, nothing new here. It's nothing new here. Nothing new to see. Creative differences that lead to this. Nasty. It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
I know for a fact.
To me. Yo, wait, hold up. There's no amount of money, and this was my point. Actually, I'll throw it on you, Flip. Everybody got a price. How much money I got to give you for you to go write 15 disparaging records about
No money could make me this way.
It's quick, right? That's a quick answer. I think the same of me. I think the same of Royce. I don't think niggas could just make Royce go write 10 songs about Joe and it'd be a surprise.
Not in a million years.
That's impossible to me. It's impossible, right? Like, and you talking to somebody who, like, you lost money. Niggas have lost money. Everybody lost money, right? You're talking to somebody who has walked away from large amounts of money because you were asking for too much of me that I couldn't deliver. Like, my moral compass is not what's for sale. So the hurt and disappointment that Royce and I speak about is not in music or creativity. It's in the action. Oh shit, we didn't know that you
it's a premeditated.
That's
just
it.
attack to me.
Yeah, we rappers, yo. The night before I heard any of this shit, yo, I'm on the phone with Royce and I'm telling him, yo, no way this is happening. Because as a rapper, to write something down, you got to think it, and to think it, you got to feel it. And when you put it on paper to go in the booth and deliver it, that means you've weighed this out. Like, it's a deep process if you're a rapper and you understand it. So to do that 15 times or whatever, fuck Glass House, huh? Like, I don't understand it. But on the internet, like Roy said earlier, I ain't do nothing but say I was hurt. All I said was, yo, I'm hurt.
Royce and Joe
niggas turned that into he's angry.
Every time I say anything about how I feel, they accuse me of having a meltdown. Like, so,
yo, all I said was I have feelings and I hurt. I'm no different than nobody else watching out there. And then because we in this content era, it's a think piece for everybody. Well, why should Joe be mad? He retired. He this. Yo, you are.
Why y'all making them wait? Why y'all making them wait? Come on, man. Nobody's waiting on me for anything.
Yeah,
bro.
like that's
waiting on me for what?
Yeah.
To do what?
Yeah, no, that's
what am I doing right now? What have I released?
Yeah, no.
What am I working on? I would love nothing more than to do Slaughterhouse right now.
Yeah.
That'll be an easy out for me. And if it's like a situation where niggas is tired of waiting,
Same.
I'll support that too, man. I never take anybody's side over anybody's side, man. Like if Crook and Joel would have came to me and said that they out, I would have tried to talk them out of it. You know what I'm saying? But if I couldn't talk them out of it, they would have my 100% support. You know what I'm saying? But the blind side me is just
I've literally had Joel and Crook on my show via phone to discuss their new joint project, yo. You can't paint Joe as a hater no type of way. Yo, 2 weeks before I learned about any of this shit, I was bigging up Joel's freestyle, his song shit on my pod. When his project dropped, his publicist called. Yo, can we get him on? Of course you can get him on. Like, you can't paint me as no type of hater. What I'm saying is what I mean. I think this is nasty, and I reserve the right. The end. I'm not telling you not to do it. I would hope you didn't do it, but you did. You did. That's it. It's over. Dale shit'll drop, and fucking who else drop? I think Dirk dropped one at 11. It's some niggas that's dropping. It's in the flow of music. The fans will have fun because the fans are
but never has
only care about lyrics and songs.
Never has there been an atmosphere where it's some fans on that side and some fans on that side. Like that atmosphere got created by them, not me. I didn't release no music. All I did was just say, damn, that hurt. You know what I mean?
Royce, can I ask you a question? So what I just did when I tried to use Joe's personality as the scapegoat, that's what a lot of people does. That's wrong. Is that like deflecting? Am I deflecting from the point by doing?
You're not deflecting, but it's just like when we talk about these things, let's get somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, let's not even point out the obvious. You know what I mean? Okay, Joe's a dickhead. I think he should be himself. I don't think Joe should have to change for your comfort. I think Joe's job is to rap. You know what I'm saying? I think that there's things that I could point out about Joel and Crook's personality too that wouldn't matter. Crook raps damn near better than anybody we've ever heard. Who the fuck cares what his personality is? You know what I mean? Show up to rap. Let's get shit done. Let's get shit done. Let's get to it. What's the problem? Let's get to the root of it. Let's get it done. I don't want to hear about niggas treating niggas a certain. We grown ass men. Niggas do this shit with Dame Dash all the time. Stop telling me about Dame Dash yelling at people, man. Dame Dash built a fucking dynasty.
Yeah,
that's what Dame Dash did. I don't give a fuck about your feelings about how he told you to go to the store. Take your ass to the store, pay your dues, and you should be honored that you got ordered to go to the store by Dame Dash. That's how you should look at it, man. You coming in here looking for people to be nice to you. White people ain't nice to you. They treat you worse than niggas treat you. You know what I'm saying? And you're honored to get treated like that by them. You know what I'm saying? Like solidarity and unification should be the caveat by any means necessary. And tough skin. You know what I'm saying? Like you may come in, you may be having a bad day, you may say some shit I don't like. If you a full contact type of person, then we can engage in some full contact shit and get past it. Or if you a talker, we can talk about it. However you do it. I grew up with brothers, and that's how you bond. That's how you bond to me. We all been mad at each other at some point about something, but I'm tired of niggas talking about niggas not calling them back and niggas not respecting them and all of that. It's like, man, if you feel disrespected, you bring disrespect to the table. But don't talk about niggas calling you back, man. Nobody fucking, I don't owe nobody a phone call. You don't owe me a fucking phone call. You know what I mean? You owe me to be where you say you're gonna be. If we get on the Zoom call and we say we're gonna be somewhere, just show up, my nigga. You ain't held to no standard of calling me on Christmas, my nigga. I got my own fucking life. Yeah, it's like, man,
to say happy
it's like,
birthday,
come on, cut the bullshit,
year,
man. Like nobody going into each business venture looking for fucking brotherhood, man. The brotherhood is a fucking plus. We already built that already. You entitled to be mad, but don't use that shit as an excuse to go do some grimy shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's an easy out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you standing with Joe. You took Joe's side.
Yeah.
I never, you know how insulting that is to me, man? To accuse me of taking somebody's side against somebody else's. I didn't even take Eminem's side against Slaughterhouse. And that's my beloved, my loved one. Like if I was just looking at it from an economic standpoint, Slaughterhouse would have been finito right there. I would have been like, bad me see. Sorry guys, I'm out. Come on, man. I gotta be able to look myself in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? I stood with the group when it was the right thing to do. I'm entitled to do the right thing. That's it. I ain't entitled to walk eggshells around your fucking feelings. We men. Like we are born from environments where motherfuckers is trying to blow our heads off. You think I give a fuck about a nigga not answering my phone calls? Come on, man. I ain't got time for that. Let's get it done. And if you took a check and that's just what you wanted to do, just say that, my nigga. This me. You can say that to me. You ain't gotta lie. You don't have to lie to me. And if you gonna speak your truth, my nigga. Don't speak for me. Don't speak my truth, my nigga. Speak your truth. You be very careful how you speak your truth, man. You know what I mean? Like there's footage that exists right now. We shot documentary footage, and there's a lot of footage of Crooked I super drunk, and we think it's entertaining. Crooked didn't think it was entertaining. We begged and let us release that. He said no, so we didn't release it, bro. It's that simple. Now, if I just took it and released it right now and said, yo, man, we telling our truth, man. We telling our truth. All hell will fucking break loose, especially if you said Joe did it. Everybody in the comments would be like, see, there go Joe, burning bridges again, ruining relationships. You know what I'm saying? With all the trivial shit, but at the end of the day, it's all the same L that we taking, bro. I'm not incentivized to lie about anything. I'm not releasing nothing right now. They releasing. Nobody gave me a check to take any stance. So what do I have to lie about, man? We on the same team. I'm not anybody's enemy. Who we talking about? So what we talking about?
Yo, but then, because Royce is right. Royce be right about shit, yo. Right? He's right, right? But outside of that, in hindsight, when you get all of the information, right? You wanted niggas to take a deal with the person that is in support of this division? You wanted niggas to go and give Slaughterhouse greatness to somebody that was cool with the breakup, the division, the turmoil, the relationships being ruined. Like, that tell you clearly what it is. Like, certain people want to profit off of whatever it is, whether it's good or bad. I just want to profit. Nah, that ain't how I sleep at night. That ain't how I sleep at night. I couldn't sleep at night. I couldn't go to sleep at night doing a deal with Spotify, knowing that it had grave ramifications to me, Rory, Maul, Parks, and everybody I said I loved, right? even if they didn't know that. Even if they didn't know, I can't sign this deal and now y'all got all rights for 5 years. Not because it wasn't money. No, I can't sleep doing that. Me. I can't tell everybody else how to maneuver. I can't tell everybody else what make them have what they got to do. Like, I don't know. I can only speak from my perspective. That's why I'm trying to have grace and be understanding. Like, I'm trying to be understanding of this shit. But yeah, no, I'm hurt by it. The fuck? And I can be. Even if the internet feel like I shouldn't be allowed to be. Man, fuck these niggas.
Where do we go from here?
Wait, fuck these niggas as in the internet.
But where do we go from here? Like, where do we, like, okay, so where do we go from here? Like, is the damage too deep for any, to rectify any situation? Is the scar too deep? You know, a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people make records and they're able to come back from it. So, no, like you said, you a man, he's a man. Are we just going to continue, no disrespect, in our feelings, or open a conversation to rectify anything, or them niggas shot themselves in the foot? That's a local question I'm asking.
No, they ain't shoot themselves in the foot with me.
I'm not in a position to not give my brother the grace. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not in some luxury position where I can afford to hang my brother and be like, nigga, I'm never fucking with you again. I forgive him already, but I'm just forced to look at you a certain way. I held you to a regard, and now you showed me that you can do something that I didn't know you were capable of. So now you lost some of my respect, and you can't regain all of it that you had. I can't re-respect people that way, but I still love you. There's nothing they can do to make me not love them. We built too much shit together. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's got to be from a distance. Now, in terms of the music is always what it is. It just has to make sense. As it stands right now, I can't think of a scenario in my mind where it would even make sense to go behind what they're doing right now and try to do anything unified. The fans are literally encouraging division. You know what I'm saying? Like, thinking that we're getting somewhere by disagreeing with us. The key is for all of us to be on the same page. You want an album from all four of us. That's what you really want. You know what I mean? And the only reason why you're not getting it is because of what they're doing. You know what I mean? And that's not saying that to hold them accountable. I have to be transparent with you, bro. Like, Slaughterhouse never, ever, ever worked. Anything that we've ever tried to do, it never worked unless we were all on the same page and the vibe was right. If we going in there with feelings, niggas don't want to speak, don't come to Heaven with that shit. Don't come to Heaven Studios with that. I don't have time for that, man. You know what I mean? Work all that shit out before y'all get here. You know what I mean? And when everybody ready to go, I'm always ready to go, man. That's easy work.